So we'll continue with relation and function. See one new type of question. Let n be the set of all natural numbers. Question is let n be the set of all natural numbers. Okay, then and R with the relation, let R be the relation on n cross n, means we have order pair on this. Okay, defined by AB, AB relates CD, AB relates CD implies AD equals to BC. AD equals to BC. Okay, then for all ABCD, this is the symbol for all. ABCD belongs to n cross n. Means we are taking ordered pairs, not single element here. Okay, so that R is an equivalence relation. So that R is an equivalence relation on n cross n. Okay, thing is same, just like you are showing there. A relates A, reflexive when it was element on natural number. Here you are showing the elements on n cross n. That means you have to show for any ordered pair AB relates same AB. That will be called as reflexive. When a single element that is on the set of natural number, A relates A. But for n cross n, you will have ordered pair AB relates same element AB. So that is how you will start. Okay, first one is reflexive. Reflexive. For all AB belongs to n cross n, all AB belongs to n cross n, you have to say AB relates AB. Okay, AB relates AB. What is the definition? Look at here. AB relates CD. Underline this. AB relates CD. AD means first last equal to second third. So here it will be first last AB equals to, look at, second third, second third, second third, BA. We know AB is equal to BA. So true. True means therefore R is reflexive. Okay. Now when you go to symmetric, what you are doing in symmetric? AB relates BA, or you are writing A relates B implies B relates A. That is when it was on the set of natural numbers. Now what we will do? We will take in the ordered pair form. So what will be symmetric? Now ordered pair two elements. Ordered pair two elements. Symmetric. Symmetric you have to write for all AB Then one more pair unit CD belongs to N cross N, belongs to N cross N. You have to show AB relates CD implies ulta. Ulta is what? CD relates AB. This is what you have to prove. That means these two relations should be same. Very simple, you can do. Implies, what is the definition? First, last. AD, because that is defined. AD equals to BC. If you come to this one, CB equals to DA. Check both are same. AD equals to BC, CB equals to DA. True. Because BC and CB, or if you want to write it, you can write one more line. This is ulta likho, CB equals to DA. Just I can change the place. That means you can write. You can write that CD relates AD. Therefore, R is symmetry. R is symmetry. Okay. Then transitive. Transitive. Three elements you have to take for all AB, CD, EF belongs to R. How will you define? AB relates CD, CD relates EF implies AB relates EF. Means these two you will consider, will prove this one. Okay, say how you are doing it. What is AB relates CD? Definition given. What is the definition? First, last implies AD equals to BC. Okay, say equation number 1. CD relates EF implies CF equals to D. Okay, but what about this? They are the natural numbers. If one natural number equals to other natural number, then similarly third natural number equals to another natural number. If you multiply these two, then these two also will be equal. So from 1 into AD into CF, BC into D. You can multiply these two. So what will you get? Which number getting cancelled? Get here. C is getting cancelled, D is getting cancelled. So AF equals to AF equals to B. Okay, what you wanted to prove? You want to prove AB relates EF. What is that? A into F. देखो coming A into F implies, you can write, because you wanted to prove AB relates EF. So what is the definition of AB relates EF? The A into F, B into E. देखो you have got it. Therefore R is transitive. So you got all the three relations. Therefore, R is an equivalence relation. Therefore, hence R is an equivalence relation. Okay. Then see another question. That is, let there is NCERT question which came in 1940. Important question. You can see we have taken it from textbook. Let A be, A is 1, 2, 3 up to 9. Okay. Then and R be a relation, and R be a relation on A cross A. A cross A defined by AB relates CD. Implies A plus D is equal to B plus C. This is a bit different. A plus D equals to B plus C. Where for A, B, C, D belongs to A cross C. Okay? Prove that R is an equivalence relation. Prove that R is an equivalence relation. Okay. Also obtain the equivalence class. Also obtain the equivalence class class 2.5. What is this equivalence class? A relation, I'll tell you. Equivalence the equivalence relation divides into disjoint equivalent relations which is called an equivalence class. Called an equivalence class. So this you will not write answer for this. This is what I am defining you. Suppose we have set of integers, example like 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, like this. Okay. Suppose you are defined A relates B implies a minus b is divisible by 5. Before I have proved this one, look at here, I have proved this one. R is an equivalence relation. You can see just in the previous class I had proved here R is an equivalence relation. This already I have proved, no need to prove here. That means which are the elements you take here so that they will be divisible by 5. If I take 0, 1, suppose 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1 is not divisible by 5. So this cannot be a pair. 0, 2 also cannot be a pair because 0 minus 2 is not divisible by 5. 0 minus 3 is also not divisible by 5. So, which are the elements then divisible by 5? Then R1 will be the elements what? The 0 and 5 will be there. 0, 5 because 0 minus 5 is divisible by 5. 10, 15 like this. That means you will take out the elements, form another one which is an equivalence relation. This side minus 5, minus 10 like this. Okay, when I took 0 with 0, 5, 10, 15 will go. If I write R2, then R2 will be 1 if I take 1 minus what is divisible by 5? Now 1, 6 minus 5 will get. So if I write 1, 6, 11, 16 like this side minus 4. Because minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5 divisible by 5. Minus 4, minus 9 like this. That means look at here, you got one set of elements which is an equivalence relation, another set of relation which you got an equivalence relation. Look at here, I have told you disjoint relations which are equivalent will be called as equivalent class. Then two equivalent class you got here. You got here two equivalent class. How many more you can find out from here? So R3 you can find out another one. If I take 2, 2 will go with 7. 2 minus 7 is minus 5 divisible by 5. 2, 7, 12, 17 like this, minus 3. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. Minus 8 like this. Get one more, R4. Zero, 1, 2, 3 if you take, 3 will go with 8, 8, 13, 18, minus 2, minus 7 like this. You get one more also, R5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 you get. 4 will go with 9, 14, 19, minus 1, minus 6 like this. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the elements are taken here, which you have made up 5 partitions. These 5 partitions, which are equivalence relation? Achha, you remember what is n? Natural number, sorry, z. Z is R1, union R2, union R3, union R4, union R5. That means the set which was given to us, which was an equivalence relation, I have made a partition of 5 parts which are also equivalence relation, and you can find R1 intersection R2 intersection R3 intersection R4 intersection R5 is empty. There is no link between these elements. Disjoint partitions, you call it. Disjoint partitions. So each is an equivalent class. That means one equivalent relation can be divided into many equivalent classes. That is the definition. So you can say here, therefore R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 are equivalent classes. Okay. So our question was, in our question, if 2, 5, here is a single element, here you are given 2, 5. In our question, if 2, 5 is one of the element, like suppose imagine 1 की जगह पर 2, 5. That means which are the other elements you will find in this equivalent classes. Like when it is a single element, you are finding other elements like this. So when it is a single pair of element, which are the other pair of elements that will form the equivalent class? First you have to prove this is an equivalence relation. So back to our question. Our question is, what is given to us? Now we are given, for all A, B, C, D belongs to R, A plus D equals to B plus C. This is what defined. We have to prove, on this you have to prove this is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Okay. What is reflexive then? Reflexive will be AB relates AB. Same element को relate करेगा. So is it possible? What is the definition? First plus last. First plus last. A plus B equals to B plus A. Sorry, A plus B. A plus B equals to B plus A. True. Therefore, R is reflexive. Okay. Then what is symmetric? So for symmetric, you will take pair of elements. AB is one pair, you have to take other pair. For all AB, CD belongs to R, AB relates CD implies CD relates AB. So you can write together also. How? Now definition is first plus last, that is A plus D equals to B plus C. If you see here, C plus B equals to D plus C. Look at same. So directly you can write R is symmetric. Okay, so R is symmetric. Then transitive. Transitive, you need three pairs of element. For all AB, CD, EF belongs to R. R means what? A cross A. Achha. How will you define it? Definition is same, that AB relates CD, BC, CD relates EF implies AB relates EF. This is what you have to prove. You have to consider these two. From here you will get your conclusion. Okay. What is the meaning AB relates CD? How will you write? How will you write AB relates CD? Implies what? Definition given. First plus last. A plus B equals to B plus C. Then CD relates EF. CD relates EF. What is the definition? First plus last. First plus last. C plus F. D plus C. This is equation number 1. Equation number 2. AD 1 into, you will get A plus B plus C plus F, B plus C plus D plus E. So what gets cancelled? D is gone, C is gone. What is left out? A plus F, B plus C. Acha. What is AB relates EF? What is the definition? First plus last. A plus F equals to second, third. You are getting or not? Therefore, R is transitive. So implies R is an equivalence relation. So now we proved R is an equivalence relation. Then we will make a partition whose one element is 2, 5. So let's write. Suppose AB belongs to equivalent class. Let AB belongs to equivalent class. Which one? 2, 5. Suppose in that equivalent class, suppose these two are elements. So AB relates to 5. Okay, because it is already an equivalence relation, it will satisfy the definition. What is the definition here? Now first plus last. A plus 5 equals to B plus 2. Okay? A plus 5 equals to B plus 2. So, if I put A is equal to 1, because you remember what is A given to us, you have keeping this A in the mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9 it is given. If I put A equals to 1, then it will be 6. Then what will the B? That will be 2. That means if A equals to 1, then B will be 4. Okay? So when it is 4, that means in the equivalent class, 1, 4 relates to 5. 1, 4 relates to 5. Then what could be other elements? That means look at here. You are getting 1, 4, 2, 5. Similarly, 1, 4 gone, 2, 5. That means 1, 2, 4, 5 gone. Suppose I put 3. 3 if I put here, 3 plus 5 is 8. Then 6 plus 2 has to be 8. That means 3, 6 will be other pair. Because you have to pick up elements from here. You cannot repeat it. That means 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Can you see now? 4 you cannot put because you have taken 5 you cannot put, 6 you cannot put. If you put 7, if you put 7, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. 2, 5. Yeah, 2, 5, 1, 4. 1, 4, 3, 6, 4 if you put, 4 plus 5, 7 plus 2, 4, 7. Okay. Then 5 though you cannot put because 5 you put here, 5 plus 5 is 10. Our element is up to 9. So what shall be? Okay, if you put 5 plus 5 is 10, b plus 2, 5, 8. Element is up to 9. 5, 8, 6, 9. Yeah, you have to pick up the elements from here. 5 can be an element. 5 plus 5 is 10. Then this will be 8 plus 2. The elements should fall here. The elements should fall here because individual elements you are picking up. What is now? 4, 5, 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Then it has to be 8. That both 5 and 8 should remain in this. Okay. 6 if I take 6. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 5, 8. 6 plus 5 is 11. 6 I put 11. Then this will be 9. Okay, now you can have a question. Can you take some more elements in this? In this relation, can you have some more elements? Not possible here. Because if I take 7 plus 5 is 12. Then I have to put b as 10, which is not present. So this is the maximum class we have. You can adopt. These are the elements under the definition of equivalent class. Okay. Then comes another question from NCERT book. That is, if R1 and R2 are two equivalence relation, if R1 and R2 are two equivalence relation on in a set A, so that R1 intersection R2 is also in equivalence relation. Okay, this is one interesting question. We have to check it. Suppose what is R1 R2 for AB? R1 intersection R2 means what? This is a set of all ordered pair such that AB belongs to R1 and AB belongs to R2. That means any element in this is the collection of ordered pair AB in which this pair is both so present in both R1 and R2. That is the meaning of this. And you are already given this is an equivalency relation, this is also equivalence relation. But you want to prove that this is an also equivalence relation. So now we have to check reflexive. What is reflexive relation? Let A belongs to A. Okay. Then A relates A over A will relate to A. That is in the ordered pair form A belongs to R1. Okay. A belongs to R1. Why? Because this is given you equivalence relation. That means this will be symmetric. This is given. So this is reflexive. This is also reflexive. So this is reflexive means this also will belong to R2. Also A belongs to R2. That means we could find both same element present in both. Implies A belongs to R1 intersection R2. Okay, so you could find A relates to R1 intersection R2. So implies R1 intersection R2 is reflexive. Then let's see what is symmetric. So for symmetric, what you have to write? Let AB belongs to R1 intersection R2. Okay. What is definition you remember? A relates B implies B relates A. If you write AB belongs to R1 intersection R2, you have to prove B relates A means BA relates to prove BA belongs to R1 intersection R2. Ulta you have to prove. Okay, let's start from here. What is the meaning AB belongs to R1 intersection R2? AB belongs to R1 intersection R2. That means this element, pair of element is present in both. That means you can write AB belongs to R1 and AB belongs to R2. Present in both. Because it is symmetric, ulta also belongs to this. Implies BA belongs to R1 and BA belongs to R2. Why? Since R1 and R2 both are symmetric. That is why you can write ulta element here. You can write ulta here. Okay. Now what is your conclusion? A same element belongs to both means you can write BA belongs to R1 intersection R2 because they are present in both. So that is what you wanted to prove. Therefore, R1 intersection R2 is symmetric. Now we will start transitive. Suppose AB, BC, two pairs you have to take here. Let transitive. So transitive play you take for all A, B, C belongs to the set A. Here you have taken 2 elements belong to the set A. Now you have take 3 elements. So what you have tried? Let AB, BC belongs to R1 intersection R2. To prove AC, because B has to be omitted, AC belongs to R1 intersection R2. This is what you have to prove. You have to start from here. Okay, how to start? That to start like this. This belongs to R1 intersection R2. AB, BC belongs to R1 intersection R2. Means this will remain in R1, this will remain in R2. Implies AB, BC belongs to R1 and AB, BC belongs to R2. Because it is equivalence relation, it will follow transitive. Transitive means B will be omitted, then AC will remain here. Implies AC belongs to R1. Why? Because R1 is equivalence given. So equivalence means this is transitive. Transitive means AB, BC gives AC, because that is the property of transitive. So this is possible. Here also same thing. AC belongs to R2. That means you found, you can write here, since R1 and R2 both are transitive. Why transitive? Because both are equivalence relation. So you got a relation here that same element belongs to R1 and R2. So that gives you, implies AC belongs to R1 intersection R2. Therefore, R1 intersection R2 is transitive. Implies R is R1 intersection R2 is an equivalence relation. Okay, so this completes our relation part. Function part we will start in the next class.